Fuck, why does it always fucking do that, man? Hello, guys. It's the one and only Snail Games 223, and today, like I said that I would, I'm finally getting onto the bandwagon and learning about the SNEAKO bullshit drama and all that. Um, I figured it's only necessary to let's learn about it because Charlie, aka Penguin Zero, aka Moist Critical, is my favorite streamer of all time. Um, SNEAKO's a bitch, so we're starting it off that way. So we're gonna learn a little something about SNEAKO. I personally didn't want to learn about SNEAKO unless I had a little bit to drink because SNEAKO's batshit fucking insane. And you know you're batshit insane when people like Andrew Tate don't even want you around. And you spread practically the same message. But anyways, guys, let's get straight into this. Let us learn with... Make sure you guys check out all the channels are going to be linked. All the videos are going to be linked in the description. But anyways, let's start off with this. This is where it begins.
I mean it when I say I didn't really want to talk about today's topic. It's just some medium rare internet beef that I think is just kind of worthless to go over, but so many people keep bringing it up to me that I feel I should at least talk about it to some extent. So I'll go
It's a
ahead.
little bit quiet. Give me a second, guys. I'll fix it. There we go. Let's turn it up a bit. It's a little bit quiet. Give me a second, guys.
Cannonball into the septic tank and doggy paddle around for a bit. The main topic involves a banned YouTube creator that I'm sure you've all heard of before. His name is SNEAKO. A lot of people compared him to like a diet Andrew Tate. He recently got banned, and he still does make content elsewhere. And recently he started targeting me because I made jokes about his friends on the Fresh and Fit podcast, whom I think are beautiful clowns that do some very silly stuff that is entirely entertaining to make fun of. But SNEAKO didn't see it that way because he's a very sensitive guy, and he started writing their wieners to try and defend a blatantly outrageous story that one of them told about meeting a basketball player at a party, then being invited by that basketball player to a mansion, and then fucking a ton of girls at that mansion, thanks to the basketball.
That sounds something like a teenager in high school would say. Like, hey guys, I went to this famous guy's house and I got fucked.
Player, which sounds like something a Tumblr account would have made up, and ending with "and everybody clapped." It was such a goofy piece of fan fiction. It felt like he was begging to be humiliated and made fun of. So I started throwing some balls at the clown and dunking them in the tank. I made a video talking and joking about it, and SNEAKO saw this and he wasn't too happy. So he got
Of course he
offended on his
wasn't.
friend's behalf, which of course is a very alpha male thing to do. I know SNEAKO doesn't like that nomenclature. He never calls himself an alpha male and thinks that it belittles him. But his fan base is and has been red-pilled and
Oh,
thinks
yeah,
of him as
red-pilled.
like a no-nonsense kind of guy who tells it like it is, a man's man. And yet SNEAKO cries more than a 12-year-old going through puberty and has very public temper tantrums like a child who didn't get the Spider-Man toy they wanted for Christmas. So he was upset because I was making fun of them. He then makes a big rant about me, calling me a bitch, saying all kinds of things. He doesn't really make any points. He just insults my appearance a lot and makes very bold assumptions about me not going outside and shit like that, which of course has nothing to do with anything I was saying, nor does it debunk any of my points. Not that I was even really making points, I was just making jokes about a silly fucking story, and he's taking it as if I just gave a TED Talk on monogamy, because for some reason he somehow gets lost in like this Winter Soldier episode, like this delusional fantasy, where he starts making a statement on monogamy, which of course had nothing to do with the video I made.
Right.
I'm not gonna say names. Someone texted me. He's in a monogamous relationship.
In a monogamous relationship, and that's what SNEAKO's got a problem with.
This is his girl.
Good for you, Charlie.
So there you go.
God, he looks like a bitch. I'm fat, and I've probably only been in 2 fights, and I probably could kick his
I
ass.
told you, like I could hear it in your voice. The fact that someone doesn't have to abide by those rules. Someone could go and fuck a lot of bitches.
This guy over here, Mike from space, bro, for real, a hater. Someone over here, we rumble, best platform. Okay.
When you get brainwashed, when you get told
That's
that
one.
monogamy is the answer.
What the fuck are you even talking about? What does this have to do with anything? What does bringing up a picture of me and my girlfriend have anything to do with anything that has happened. And where is monogamy even coming from? You're fighting an invisible enemy right now. You're fighting ghosts that aren't real. Like, none of this had anything to do with the video itself of me joking about a stupid fucking story that this guy told.
Right.
It's so weird, and he's been mad ever since, as I understand it. I, of course, don't really watch him, but I keep getting updates on SNEAKO not being happy, wiggling his finger, saying, I don't really like this Charlie guy anymore for this. Now, like I said, because so many people keep bringing this up to me every day, I felt obligated to at least, talk about this a little bit and engage with the drama, even though I don't really want to. What
Right,
I do
and you
want
shouldn't
talk
have
about,
to.
though, is the Black Friday Moist Global merch sale, baby.
Man just fucking ripped on SNEAKO and then collected his merch.
A lot of great merch on moistglobal.com is a lot of money off right now, so go to moistglobal.com to get some fucking beautiful items, and we even have some really fun, goofy ones that are in stock right now, such as this wonderful happy coat, which is kind of like a bathrobe. It's fantastic. And we also have some Yu-Gi-Oh! Inspired designs available right now as well, which are just fun items, and once all of these are sold out, they won't be restocked, so if you're at all interested, go to moistglobal.com. The link's in the description. I'm going to keep this on for the rest of the video. The only thing I'm missing now is a cigar, so really get into character here.
Cigar.
I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about this. I'm pretty familiar with SNEAKO, probably more so than a lot of his more modern fan base is. I first became aware of his content when he got mad at me a couple years ago because I was criticizing a movie called Cuties.
Oh,
For those that don't know,
God.
Cuties was a movie that went to Netflix, and it was basically just softcore child porn. It was a movie that focused on twerking and a coming-of-age film that used real children in real positions of, like, sexualization, where during, like, a twerking contest, they'd have cameras that would go, like, right into their ass and zoom in.
Oh,
It was
God.
fucking disgusting stuff. And I made a whole video talking about how fucked up it is that not only does it exist, but Netflix has promoted it, and it's on their
Right.
service. Regardless
I made a video on Cuties too back when I was a more amateur editor.
of what the intention was or what the message aimed to deliver from the director, it completely missed the mark. By using real child actors and doing the things that they did in the film, it became a movie that was only enjoyed by legitimate, real, self-admitted pedophiles.
Amen to
I
that.
made a video talking about
The movie
how
was
gross that whole
disgusting.
situation was, and SNEAKO made a response to it saying that the outrage around this film is misplaced, and it's actually a good movie.
No.
Americans are like, this is deplorable. I saw this commentator, Penguin Zero, who I actually like. There's not a lot of good commentators, but he's like, this movie is deplorable. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing. And it's like he didn't even watch the movie. It's just like he only saw the clips that were going to piss him off. Or he just got so triggered by the provocative imagery that he just, deplorable. Come on, man. Like, don't you see the reasons why she's doing what she's doing?
SNEAKO has said multiple times, even in his most recent rant, that he does like my content. Though I'm pretty sure he just says that to cushion the blow and, like, tiptoe around it, like, before insulting me. Just in case there's anyone in his chat that likes my content, he wants to make sure to not make them upset. So he makes sure to preface it by saying, well, I actually do like him, but... And then goes on to get super personal.
So we're not going to watch the full video here. We're going to move on. If you guys want to watch the full video, it's in the description of my video. Make sure you guys check out Penguin Zero, or Penguin Zero, if you want to say it. Anyways, this is what made me want to make this. We'll skip straight to the point. I won't make you guys watch the whole thing. So there is a few things I want to watch and then a comment about.
Enlisted is the free brand new online World War II shooter. Command a squad of soldiers and participate in legendary
I hate this. I need to get YouTube
Hey,
red.
SNEAKO.
Hey,
Does this
SNEAKO.
outfit look familiar? This is the same thing I wore last time I took you over my knee and spanked your bottom with some discipline. And I'm happy to report that these are back in stock and a lot more at moistglobal.com. Last time I talked about you, I used you for a merchandise push as well, so might as well stick with tradition. I bet
Right.
seeing me in this attire again has just sent you on a full-blown Winter Soldier episode with your eyes rolling into the back of your skull as you're experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, because the first video I made on you offended you to such a high degree that you have not stopped whining since. It's already
Amen.
been 3 months. Can you believe that? How time flies. You started shit with me by insulting me and my girlfriend out of nowhere, so naturally I responded by making fun of you in return and showcasing the reasons why I don't respect you. But unfortunately, I failed to calculate just how much of a sensitive fucking loser you are, because this hurt your feelings to such a high degree it's become like an Armageddon in your brain. 3 months you have continued to melt down about this. The day after I posted my response...
Oh, this is where I was going. So, as you can see, he's brandishing a gun. Because SNEAKO's a bitch and he's got to make himself look tough by holding a gun. Now, if you guys don't notice behind me, there is a gun safe behind me back there, okay? Any responsible gun owner, and this is a message straight from SNEAKO. So, SNEAKO, if you ever see this, which I hope you don't, because I don't want your bitch ass watching me for any fucking reason. SNEAKO, guns are not fucking toys, okay? Guns are tools meant to protect yourself, others, and put food on the fucking table. And that's what pissed me off. That's what made me want to do this stream. Because SNEAKO's a little bitch boy who thinks he's got to be tough by showing off, oh my god, guys, I got a Glock. It's used 9mm. It hurts people.
Had a huge unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So I was joking with them, saying like, "Oh, you guys must have just stopped the cuties watch party over there at SNEAKO's stream, right? Welcome, cucks, that kind of shit." And it got really under his skin in a big way. So he started dancing around with the gun.
There he goes with the gun, as you can see.
And threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying,
That's
"Oh,
a crime, by the way.
Yeah, right. I'll come see you," waving his gun around and dancing.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips.
I love how he says clips, and he's got the 9... I want to say that's 9mm hollow points. Now, SNEAKO doesn't know anything about guns, and Charlie, or Penguin ZO, or Mortis Critical, my favorite streamer of all time. I can never pronounce his name right, and I feel bad because he is my favorite streamer. There's a difference between a clip and a mag, okay? Let me show you, because Moist is going to show you, too. But I might as well show you. So, this wonderful piece of technology right here holds 18 rounds of 22. It's for a Hammerelli TAC R22. It is an AR platform 22 rifle. 23 shots. It's an extended mag. Okay? They're called magazines. The clip is with the tool used to make it easier to load the bullets into the magazine or the firing fucking chamber where you put the ammunition. You don't call them clips, you call them mags, and that's exactly what he says. I just wanted to say it too.
You want me to watch your clips or watch my clips?
I got something bigger than that. Hold on. I thought they were in the drawer. They were in the drawer. I got something bigger than hollow point. 9mm.
These are the only clips I'm watching. You what?
You heard?
Keep saying watch my clips while threatening me here is because during the stream I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said watch my clips to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm sorry to be that guy. This is like the grammar police of guns. But he's a fucking imbecile. You absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips. You absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying...
I feel bad for Charlie in this moment because, you know, with SNEAKO threatening him with guns, I feel like he's 100% justified here to show he's also got guns. Alright? As an avid gun owner and advocate for the Second Amendment, I believe 100% for a fact that he should have the right to do this because SNEAKO is threatening to come to his house and shoot him.
Clips, you look fucking stupid here. Anyway, sorry for the gun anatomy lesson.
So anyways, there's that. I'm not going to make you guys watch the whole thing. Anyways, we're going to go and we're going to learn more about SNEAKO. So this is where he admits he's a cuck.
Wait, how close was it? We're on the same bed. I was with his girl. He was with my girl. Like right here. On the bed? Yeah. What's wrong with you? So what I couldn't like. It was. I was literally having PTSD watching that. I was,
PTSD.
Like,
Watch.
Like I just. So did that get you out of your cheating ways? What position? No. It was missionary. Missionary legs up. Like missionary legs up. Legs up. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Was he staring at her like in her eyes?
Like deep eye contact. Oh no. Deep eye contact. The room, like her and the couple, like we're like, all right, let's switch. So I got this girl on top of me, and she's, I don't know, yo, I'm just not. And my girl's right here, and she's like, and I'm like, oh, yo, I'm like feeling traumatic thoughts.
Traumatic thoughts. You're a cuck. You're a bitch. All right. You can't. You know you're a bitch when this deplorable piece of shit. All right. this deplorable piece of fucking shit right here. Alright, this guru of alpha malehood right here doesn't like you. Okay, Sneako? But anyways, so we're gonna watch Tricky Tom's video now. We are gonna watch this whole video.
They're gonna live on there. They'll go through things like your photos, on your browser, your email.
But I figured we should show you guys this. Before we get into it, before we watch this whole video, this is made by Tricky Tom. I'll have a link to his channel and video in the description of this one. Make sure you guys check him out and sub to him. He's a pretty cool dude. I don't know him personally, but I like his content.
According to news outlets, this was due to him repeatedly breaking community guidelines, though the specific meaning of this is unclear. In the 6 months before his ban, he went from a moderately popular content creator to one of the biggest streamers on the site, regularly going live to more than 20,000 of his extremely loyal, rabid fan base. Some call him a savant social commentator, while others relegate his entire online presence to the promotion of hate, ignorance, and misogyny.
It is
One
hate,
side
ignorance, and
celebrates his
misogyny.
cast into the shadow realm, considering it a win for a more tolerant environment. However, this is far from the consensus. A whole host of people, not necessarily fans of his, by the way, see his banning as a depressing sign of the times, that the climate no longer allows for old-school, politically incorrect YouTube, and SNEAKO is one of its most prominent...
So, I am an avid fan of people like iDubbbz and Filthy Frank and all that. So, I mean, I'm a product of old YouTube, I would say. But there's a difference between... How am I going to put this? There's a difference between being a hate-filled monger, okay, a hate-filled monger, and just being edgy, okay? So, like, Sneako, if you ever watch this video, or if any of your nitwit fans or brain-dead fans ever watch this, tell Sneako to go back to doing YouTube Call of Duty commentaries, because that's the only thing he's good for.
Scapegoats. But who is SNEAKO?
He's a
And what does
bitch.
he stand for, if anything?
People keep saying they want the old SNEAKO back, and I want to address this. You don't have to be a fan to understand this video. Look at my comments, you'll see half the people watching want to fight. It's unsettling to see someone you relate to become unrelatable.
SNEAKO, real name Nico, was born on September 8th, 1998, just in time to grow up alongside the internet. Like the rest of Generation Z, he got to watch as it slowly but surely eroded the space once monopolized by traditional legacy media. When you see a teeming cultural shift like that happening, it's only natural to try and join it and ride the wave. He created his YouTube channel on April 9th, 2013, naming it SNEAKO, a clear portmanteau of his first name. At the time, Nico's uploads to the channel consisted of the tried and true Call of Duty commentary routine. While mostly adhering to the commentary formula, he would attempt to put his spin on the concept, which often meant delving into political discussion over his gameplay.
Alright, so the main issue we're going to talk about today, like we said, is separation of church and state. The question at hand is, should the U.S. intervene in Syria?
Imagine you're in a BO2 lobby, and you just hit this little motherfucker.
Should the U.S. intervene in Syria? It's like, nigga, plant the bomb at B. Shut the fuck.
SNEAKO always made a point of
Shut
being
the
as
fuck up,
transparent as
right.
possible in his beliefs, harboring an open discussion on various topics, from wacky internet shenanigans to gun control to critiques of feminism. Looking at it from a neutral perspective, he was actually a good deal ahead of the curve when it came to controversy maxing, which later became the MO of
Fucking
seemingly every commentary
lecture speed.
YouTuber.
Because now that a lot of people are finding this, they're saying, why are you just copying Tate? I've been saying the same since 2015. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I've been on the same since 2000. I started my channel in 2013. If you don't believe me, if you think that I'm just riding a wave right now, get off my...
During this period, he enjoyed a moderate amount of success, cultivating a loyal fan base intrigued by what he had to say. Eventually, this led him to drop out of college to pursue a career as a full-time content creator. At the time, it seemed risky, especially considering that having YouTube as a job was an even less believable prospect than it is now for the average person. Nonetheless, it paid off. His content would evolve, keeping the edge that intrigued so many during his Call of Duty commentary days, but now with a more philosophical bend to it, if you could call it that. He started recording and editing video essays and
My unusual religious
ego,
beliefs.
catcalling, obesity, and his position as a content creator, and what would eventually be termed a social media influencer. This desire to seek what he saw as truth through funny would lead SNEAKO down the path of notoriety.
Right now, with the amount of eyes I have on me, I could fart out 7 videos a week, make them all 10 minutes long so YouTube would let me spam the mid-roll ads for mobile games. But what's the fun in that? I would hate my own videos. People would know that I'm only in it for the money.
You are only in it for the money.
Propensity to collaborate with other creators to boost the growth of his online presence. When Drama Alert, which back then was at the peak of its game, was looking for a guest star to read a series of statements by a notorious YouTube prankster, FouseyTube, Nico would jump at the opportunity. Neither SNEAKO nor Keemstar could have seen the absolute diarrhea hurricane about to ensue. Keemstar.
Hello,
Keemstar would give the
Suka.
job to SNEAKO,
Suki
despite
no
Nico's
Kami.
age and
It's
the
been a
personal
while.
animosity between
It
the
has
two.
been a while. What's up,
The
bud?
voiceover that SNEAKO returned to Keemstar was,
The reading that you did was shit. And then when I told you it wasn't good privately told you it wasn't good.
Fucking trailer. I need to get YouTube Red. Put that as a note, guys. Get YouTube Red, Snail. Pay for it. You got money.
Told you I'm not going to use it. You had a hissy fit like a little boy and tried to get back at Keemstar because you had an opportunity to be in front of 400,000 people and you blew it. But you couldn't accept the fact that you did a bad job. Instead, you tried to pass the buck on me.
SNEAKO wasn't about to take this hit to his pride sitting down. After losing the opportunity to reach such a large audience, he would resort to
Because he
another
fucked
way of
up, he
making
didn't do it
waves,
again.
stirring the pot. For once, SNEAKO actually pioneered a new genre of YouTube videos instead of just contributing to an already existing one. This innovative category was nothing other than Keemstar exposed videos, which up until that point were scant since the majority of YouTubers either ignored him or wanted to be on his good side. Like many pioneers of experimental new art pieces, SNEAKO's video would go entirely unappreciated. Once again, he failed to enter the limelight, and Nico deleted the expose soon after its publication. The notorious Gnome and SNEAKO would convene on episode 11 of the #Triggered podcast. While Keemstar confronted SNEAKO for leaking private discussions and breaking his trust, SNEAKO attempted to prove the opportunity was a setup, and Keemstar wanted him to fail all along.
My point is how non-important SNEAKO is. But in SNEAKO's mind, the world revolves around him, right? We're talking about all these people that offered to do this job, right? And I picked SNEAKO. How am I holding a grudge against him? I'm not fucking giving him the opportunity just so he can fucking fail.
That's not what
I'm
you told me.
giving him the
That's not what you told me.
opportunity to see if he fails or not.
You went and started.
Alright, I'm not saying Keemstar was a good guy, but... Or ever has been a good guy, but damn.
Messaging me at 3 a.m. and you said, I picked you out of hundreds that asked me to do the reading. Part of me knew you were going to fail, going in, to be honest. I just wanted a reason to call you a loser, and now I have it.
Another thing that everyone must know about SNEAKO is that he does not follow the golden rules of YouTube. Alright? Any YouTuber knows you do not disclose any private conversations with
That's
other
coming from
YouTubers.
Drama Alert right here. You're
Back in the good old days of YouTube. Nowadays, it's fucking fair game. They'll fucking dox you for anything nowadays on this website.
I know you can't be trusted. Don't cry, dude. If you seriously cry, they will
How is
never
he
stop.
crying?
Your channel got shut down, didn't it? Me and my team sat there and worked for fucking weeks to try to get your channel back.
There we go with Keemstar again. Keemstar has a... I'm doing good, Suka no Kami. How are you? Keemstar always likes to do that. Well, to his so-called so-and-so friends. He always does that of, oh, I made you, or, oh, fucking, hey, your channel got banned, so me and my team are going to get it back for you. He's always done that.
You hate
That's
me,
good.
though.
I'm glad you're alright.
The bridge that SNEAKO would burn so early in his career as a YouTuber would never again be repaired. The two would simply go their separate ways and only speak to one another again after the better part of a decade.
Yo, what up, Keem? Remember me?
Yeah, I was told a story how I hired you to read something and you did it horribly and you tried to expose me.
Yeah, I was 16, bro. I mean, I learned from that. That was a long time ago. But ultimately, what I learned from that is I wanted to be independent and I didn't want to work for anybody. But I didn't know how to phrase it properly back then, and I'm glad that I decided to work for myself and not work for you.
However, this wouldn't be the only opportunity that SNEAKO let slip through his fingers due to his unbridled desire for clout.
I've known him for years now. He used to be a fan of my channel, like a big fan.
At number 2, I have SNEAKO, and if you've ever seen SNEAKO's videos, you realize that they're kind of addicting. Once you start watching them, it's kind of hard to stop. He's so straightforward with things, and he's not biased on anything. He'll let you know anything that's on his
Back
mind.
when Mr. Beast used to do
was
the...
a relatively small YouTuber, if you can believe that.
I can't, but it's true.
Same strain as SNEAKO's. Commentary over epic Call of Duty gameplay. During this time, the two would often talk with one another in comment sections, hyping up each other's videos and being generally supportive. Their similar ages and desire to be the best on the platform would spark a kinship between the two burgeoning creators.
I was in his videos and stuff, like making jokes, like helping edit, like helping set up the stuff.
How'd you meet him?
From YouTube, because I was doing Call of Duty videos for years beforehand. So we had known each other from comment sections when I was 14, 15. With Mr. Beast, it was crazy because I knew him for years. He was always commenting, encouraging me, saying positive things. He would pass me, I would pass him. And then out of nowhere, he blew up. It really just tested my ego.
Fundamentally, SNEAKO wanted to work for himself, ideally by himself.
See, I feel like if SNEAKO just went in with Mr. Beast, we would have never had this problem. If SNEAKO could have just fucking swallowed his pride, he could have been fine.
And content with little concern for anything else. His failed run-ins with various creators most likely led to this outlook. He wanted success, he wanted money, and the supposed freedom it would give him. But he wouldn't bend to an algorithm to attain it. As a matter of fact, he would actively strive against it whenever given the opportunity. If he was going to be the best on the platform, he would do it on his own terms.
When I started working for Mr. Beast, I was blown away at how he was making videos. I was used to people just cruising around filming in public. He was operating his crew like a business.
Mr. Beast, on the other hand, sought to study and dissect the algorithm itself, researching the most minute details of a video and how it reflected on its performance.
Amen.
For example, when we were making this Lego car video, he was absolutely sure it was going to go viral before we even started filming. It took 3 days to assemble these cars. We had to strip down the golf cart, strip down the go-kart, take these drills and attach the Legos one by one. It was a lot of work. But the whole time he had this image in mind.
Alright, so long story short, this piece of work here threatened my favorite streamer of all time, Penguin ZO, or Moist Critical. If you don't know who that is, go check out his channel. Link in the description to one of the videos. I have to put the other one in. Threatened him, said he was going to come to his house, shoot him with a gun, a bunch of other bullshit. So he's kind of a big deal right now, so we're kind of going down the rabbit hole. So right now we're listening to Tricky Tom's The Band Andrew Tate clone with SNEAKO, and then we're going to listen to SNEAKO's Unironically Stupid by Willymacshow. So this is just to give context to who he is, as I don't feel necessarily the most strongest expert on the matter of who SNEAKO is. All I know is that he attacked my favorite streamer. But this guy used to do, back in the day, he used to do commentary videos back in the day when YouTube used to be mostly Call of Duty commentary videos. He used to do those, and he was friends with Mr. Beast and a bunch of other shit, and so we're learning about him. And then we're going to move on to the current drama.
The title is I Built a Working Car Using Only Legos. You don't need to watch that video to know that it's viral.
SNEAKO saw this fabricated, exaggerated persona that Mr. Beast put on and found it repulsive. In his mind, Mr. Beast was bending the knee to the algorithm, which he
No, Mr. Beast was not bending the knee to the algorithm. Mr. Beast was fucking smart with the algorithm. There's a reason why Mr. Beast is the next king of YouTube, okay? If PewDiePie is the king of YouTube, then Mr. Beast is the prince and on his way to be the king, because I'm pretty sure PewDiePie, all hail the king, is getting ready to retire now that he's got a baby on the way.
Acceptable. However, he never actually got around to quitting, since that choice would be taken for him when a representative of Mr. Beast informed Nico that he didn't need to return to production that summer. Just like that, Mr. Beast had quietly dropped SNEAKO.
I started working for Mr. Beast 2 years ago. It didn't last long because I got caught up with my ego. I was working for a guy that used to be my fan, but I saw him change.
I'm going to be sad when PewDiePie retires too. I think it's getting close. That's what's kind of sad about it is Once PewDiePie retires, you know a whole legacy is pretty much done. He started out moving barrels in a horror game, and he became the king. But you know, we got a good king now, Mr. Beast. I would cheer. Like at the beginning of the video, I said that I had to drink some Bacardi to listen to this shit because fucking SNEAKO is gonna kill some brain cells. I might as well be a little bit tipsy when I learn about him. But cheers to fucking Mr. Beast and cheers to PewDiePie the king. All hail the king. Can you imagine what's gonna happen when Mr. Beast retires?
I remember telling him about how my ADHD stops me from editing. I overthink my videos. Sometimes I get too lazy, and he just looks at me and goes,
Well, I got ADHD too, SNEAKO. The difference between that, though, is when I wasn't streaming on the channel for those couple months and I kept saying I was going to do it, it wasn't because I was lazy. It was because I was stressed. I was depressed. I was in a dark place. The best thing you can do, if you ever get to that point where I was at, where you're just depressed, you're stressed, you don't want to be in the limelight, just step back. Your real fans will stay. Your fake ones will leave. Yes, I did lose some fans. That's how the game works. Alright, SNEAKO? You can't sit there and blame your ADHD. I have ADHD, okay? I don't know how to edit. That's why I do live streams. I tried learning how to edit. They were shitty, so I was like, you know what? Shitty content's not going to get me nowhere. But all winter, I was just depressed. It was beyond my comprehension. I had to see a lot of therapy. I had to quit smoking weed. And you know what? Being sober is better. I've been a lot happier. That's why I'm back, streaming every night now.
"Oh, just do that. Just pay someone to edit. Just don't be lazy."
Nico would interpret this as
See, I wish I knew how to pay someone to edit. I wish I knew someone that I could pay to edit.
and he would not take it lying down. SNEAKO would post a video attempting to expose his former associate, cementing this pattern of attacking people he formerly worked with as a habit of his. If he was going down, he was bringing Jimmy right with him.
So what happened? Context. Mr. Beast fired me, and I made an exposed video, and I said that he's not real in his videos, and that he doesn't swear and he doesn't curse and he peels. I made like an exposed video of Mr. Beast trying to talk about the fraud that goes on behind the scenes. I deleted it right away. Almost nobody saw it, but he saw it, and we were like in a situation where we could have been friends, and that completely ruined it.
Sensing that he had overstepped the line by a wide margin, Nico would regretfully pull the video just a few hours after its publication. Nonetheless, the damage was done, and it was seemingly irreversible. SNEAKO, once again, turned against the people who gave him a shot at working from a larger platform, and the two have yet to mend their broken ties.
Right after I got fired, I was tight. I didn't have any subs at the time. I had like 27K, but I made like a Mr. Beast exposed video trying to like get some redemption from it. And it only got 30 views. I took it down to 10 minutes. Mr. Beast was one of the 30 views, and so like bro, we don't really talk anymore. We went from like being possible friends and stuff like that to like me doing that fucked up the relationship.
I wonder, do anybody try to expose Mr. Beast anymore? We're sidetracking, guys. We're gonna do a little bit of research. I know Mr. Beast got some hate for helping blind people, which pissed me off. Oh look, guys, you can see where I'm live. Let's see what my thumbnail looks like so far. Oh, look at my ugly little face. All right, guys. Ignore my current search history. Mr. Beast exposed. McJuggernuggets. YouTube thumbnails do go crazy. I use memes. I'm sorry. It's easier just to make a meme than it is to fucking do anything. And I like memes, so I'm a memer. I like memes. That's why I use memes in my thumbnails. So if anyone ever gives me shit for using memes in my thumbnails, I use memes. Mr. Beast exposed. SNEAKO. See if you can find that video. Someone's got to free upload it. SNEAKO on Mr. Beast. The difference on and off camera. SNEAKO on Mr. Beast by Stewie Guy. SNEAKO just got exposed. Tom Dart. Yeah, some of them. Let's look at some Mr. Beast thumbnails real quick. I'll have to put Mr. Beast, a link to Mr. Beast's channel in the description because I am looking up Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. Let's just look up Mr. Beast. Oh yeah, 3 a.m. thumbnails. We'll look at some of those too. Like, I pay a real assassin to try to kill me. See, he doesn't bend the knee to, and I honestly, it's smart. Think about it. He's got 138 million subscribers. Subscribe for a cookie. Okay, I am subscribed to the king. I may not watch his videos anymore, but I used to. I used to be an avid watcher of Mr. Beast. But Mr. Beast, it's not just bizarre. He just knows how to work the algorithm, and that's a good thing. All right, he cracked the code. And it shows that he cracked the code because, look, he's got 138 million subscribers. We go to the, About section. Let's see how many views he's got. I don't even know that number. It's too big for me to say. But his accomplishments are he's raised $20 million to plant 20 million trees, given millions to charity, donated over 100 cars, gave away a private island, given away over 100 PS4s, given away $1 million in one video, counted to 100K. I remember that. Read the dictionary, watched Dance Until You're Dead for 10 hours, read the B-movie script, read the longest English word, watched paint dry, Ubered across America, watched It's Everyday Bro for 10 hours, ran a marathon in the world's largest shoes, adopted every dog in a shelter. You get the point, okay? This man is the prince. If PewDiePie's the king, he's the prince, and he's on his way to be the king when the king retires, okay? You can't hate on Mr. Beast. And now, Suka Nokami said something about 3 a.m. Let's look at 3 a.m. Okay, don't watch SpongeBob X Lost Tape at 3 a.m. Do not order the Backrooms Happy Meal. Oh my god. Pretty sure a while back. I started watching Mr. Beast when Jake was still there. Pretty sure it was a while back. I don't remember when I started watching Mr. Beast. I know it was a long time ago. I can't remember everyone that was ever on his crew. I wish I could be part of his crew, but I'm not cool enough. I was so stupid that I thought they were real. You used to think 3 a.m. videos were real? I'm not. I'm going to have to save this one to later. We're going to watch this one. I don't know when. But that was 5 days ago, and that's kind of funny. Like, we're getting off topic. Oh, we got a jar of sand. Okay. We're definitely watching that. I don't know when, but we're probably tomorrow. You know what? Tomorrow, we're going to do a deep dive on 3 a.m. videos. Fuck it. I was going to do a list of requirements for any woman to date me from this guy, but that's funnier.
Though it seems that his tone has become much more amicable recently. In a recent appearance on the Boys Cast podcast, he would even show some degree of gratitude for Mr. Beast's mentoring on the inner workings of running a successful YouTube
Jester still up?
Wait,
Jester still uploads? Did I miss something? Oh, this is Jester. Okay, we were just looking at it. Ah, great. Now I gotta throw that in. I don't think I have to. Well, you're right. Do not play Jenga at 3 a.m. Gone wrong. Do not order the Pennywise Happy Meal from McDonald's. When you see Choo Choo Charles... Okay, we are definitely doing a deep dive. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm subscribed to this guy. I am subscribing to this guy. That sounds amazing. I am subscribed to him now. We're going to do a deep dive of this guy tomorrow. I'm keeping this up. I am keeping that up.
Podcast now because he gave me all that info when I was working with him.
As his YouTube account lulled on its way to success, SNEAKO took up odd jobs for a while, using his experiences to tell stories to his online fan base. One of these jobs happened to be modeling, something that would haunt him later in his career. The specter of wearing female sweatpants never entirely left his consciousness.
I didn't know I was gonna look this stupid. It's so weird seeing you on the screen. I gotta tell you, like, this is the first time I got paid doing modeling, ever. Might be the last.
SNEAKO would seek to diversify his contents to use the YouTube platform he had built for years as a foundation to finally achieve his dream job, being a comedian.
Being a
I'm
comedian?
so afraid to lose another 2 years that now I specifically go out of my comfort zone. I started doing stand-up comedy, and I've bombed so hard I've wanted to jump on the train tracks too. I started modeling and even got signed to an agency, which has been humbling for my ego. I get called a fuckboy a lot, if you can't tell. CO crowds, you know what fuckboy means. Yeah. Right? Is that knockoff Supreme? Knockoff Supreme? You think I'm broke? I said I dropped out to do YouTube. It's real Supreme. Give me the mic, dude. I came all the way to do my set. What are you gonna say?
As SNEAKO went his own way, he began moving away from the reflective style of videos that made him famous. Instead, he began covering the views of other people. This evolution in his content took the form of a new, recurring man-on-the-street type series, a lot like Steven Crowder's Change My Mind segment. SNEAKO dubbed it the 1 Minute Podcast.
Are you a good person?
Yes, I would say so.
Who are you better than?
You?
I actually worked in a court for 4 years, and I really enjoyed my work because I got to do a lot of my own like fulfilling things.
You worked in the court?
Yeah, I worked in a court. I was a bailiff for family court, so I would prepare. Yes, I would prepare kids for like court and like their family cases and stuff like that.
Most fucked up kid you saw.
I'm not supposed to tell you, but like my NDA.
It used to be that people
Fuck
called me
my
an asshole,
NDA.
but now it's all ego this, ego that. Everyone's a psychologist. And before, I never thought of myself as that kind of person. But one day it switched, and you just become addicted. And that's what made me a dick for a while. I walked around looking good, feeling good, and people react to that. When internally you start thinking that you're better than everyone else without actually doing anything, people will notice. And I'm scared that if I keep inflating my own ego and burying all my crippling insecurities, my shit's gonna pop.
However, despite the success of this series, along with his more artistic vlogs having cleared a final way out of the insular and toxic commentary sphere, SNEAKO would never let go of his provocateur tendencies. The closer we come to his current ethics, the clearer it becomes that the shenanigans were present long before any of the nuance or insights that attracted people to his content. He embraced his taste for controversy regardless of consequences, completely independent of if it was even consistent with what he previously stood for.
I saw Cuties last night, and it was pretty good.
Oh god, here we
I
go.
went in ready to hate like everybody else. I saw the cover, and it was I got clickbait. So did you.
No, we
got
did.
clickbait.
We didn't
This is
clickbait.
one of the
We know what
movies
it
that's
was.
gonna age well. If you're afraid of watching it and feeling like a pedophile, then maybe you like kids too much, dog. Like that was never a problem. When I watched it, like I know I don't like kids, so I'm just gonna watch the movie. And the same thing with this guy Penguin Zero. He was like, it's just so bad. It's just so bad. Low key, a lot of these like people who like just sit alone and like go on their computer all day, they're afraid of thinking that they're pedophiles.
The response from his community was pretty predictable, even on re-uploads of the video. This is when I unsubbed, lol. Then when he came back up in the mainstream and I saw how this dude really acts, Lamau, a surprise for sure. Okay, you didn't need to re-upload this one, but I still appreciate you for re-uploading his videos. I literally f***ing love you. Nowadays, it's relatively easy to find whole channels dedicated exclusively to uploading SNEAKO's breadth of content, with seemingly every comment section rife with lamentations over his fall from grace. And
Got something to soak up the liquor. Don't worry, guys. I'm not even drinking anymore. I drank enough to get a little buzz. That way I could survive this fucking stream.
You haven't asked us to leave. Until you do a crime or do something, then I ain't gonna mess with you.
Why are you taking pictures of us?
Right now, your behavior is to where that you might escalate to do something.
Oh, so it's just precaution. We're not actually breaking anything.
We do that too.
Yeah, that's why we took a picture of you.
Just in case you might, your behavior seems like you might.
Yeah. Like he's half black, so he's got to walk on a thin line.
Oh my god.
like SNEAKO himself said, music hits differently when the artist is dead.
Oh.
Call me materialistic now as if it's this dirty word. Listen, you can't just drop acid and talk about life under the stars forever. And you gotta get your money up at some point. And don't take this as a rich guy talking down to you. I literally lost half my life savings in a GameStop meme. I'm just like you. Anything that makes you feel good is making somebody rich. Motivational speakers get rich telling you how to get rich. The truth is, all the questions you want answered are within you. Nothing is that complicated. And life is simple once you learn how to ignore the distractions.
Truth through funny.
I was carrying a lot of anger and resentment. around bitter with my head.
Guys, if I ever do this shit, or if I ever got to the point where I'm selling out like this for YouTube views, shoot me.
Not listening to anything, just avoiding eye contact and secretly thinking I was better and smarter and nobody understood me.
You see, ultimately, SNEAKO's desire was simple. More. 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 And f***ing more. More followers. More money. More houses. More ass. More lips. More plastic. However, when the lockdown came in early 2020, he was forced to change tactics since the interviews he conducted in the 1 Minute podcast were no longer feasible. Continuing his more artistic and thoughtful vlogs on his main channel, SNEAKO would upload a video that would change the perception many had of him.
The first one is from Jimmy, who said, "Why'd y'all break up? Why'd you dump me?"
He would cheat on his long-distance girlfriend. Breaking apart would appear to be a relatively stable relationship.
There's some things that happen. Ooh, kind of kill my vibe.
Yeah. But overall, it's because we can't travel to see each other.
Yeah. Plus that little thing.
What little thing?
That thing that you did.
Tyra said, what did she want from the relationship that you couldn't give her? I guess complete loyalty. If you're gone for like more than 3 weeks, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's time to, you know, I want
3 weeks though. Come on, man.
3 weeks is a long time. 3 weeks is a long time.
No, it's not.
Anybody, like, that's a long time.
No, it's
Bruh,
not.
come on, man. You can't wait 2 weeks. I mean, you cannot wait 3 weeks, 1 month.
I did wait 3 weeks. That's what I said. Like, after 3 weeks, it's like, it's time.
You waited only 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks. I would understand. I would understand 3 months. I would understand 3 fucking months, but not 3 weeks. No, fuck that.
See that? I haven't done anything until you came to London. And even after that, I was waiting until you fucked me over again.
A considerable portion of his fan base expected him to be wiser or more ethical than to cheat on his partner due to his inability to control his sexual urges for 3 weeks. Consequently, the video was very demoralizing to his audience, though it may be the case that SNEAKO wanted to be admonished by his fans for his mistakes. He certainly succeeded if that was his intention, as seemingly everyone was disappointed in him. Another big YouTuber, D'Angelo Wallace, would chime in with a simple comment in response to the revelations. He's for the streets. SNEAKO's response was uncharacteristic for him, considering his renowned outburst that escalated whatever controversy he was in.
Thought his videos were okay until he decided out of nowhere, I don't know why, like, I'm not even one starting this beef. He commented on my last video and got top comment saying he belongs to the streets. I only saw like 10 minutes. I was skipping around and I was getting mad. Not only at his braces and the fact that he looks like a TikTok Lil Tecca, not even just the fact that he dresses like Ellen, just his voice, his face, and he didn't wear a mask, and he showed a blade, and he didn't even tell people to wear a mask, and he said no. In a way, I think it's harder to gain 1 million child followers than it is to gain 2 million policemen like D'Angelo Wallace.
What the
fuck? More inspiring. I think you need to follow trends more. To get like 1 million kids to look up to you is more admirable than
all right. So that was the little bit of the Pantandrew Clate clone. We're going to keep moving on. We're going to finish this stream by watching SNEAKO's Ironically Stupid Path to Irrelevancy by Willymacshow. Oh, look! It's Charlie!
It's fully customizable so you can make it look
That's cool. I love how he's in that now.
Basic ass question like, hey, is everyone special? And she'll say yes. SNEAKO will then freak out.
Shit. I watched a little
Hello
bit.
everybody, I know it's
There
been
we
a
go.
while. I've been on a bit of a red pill binge lately. I've been watching this cute little twink boy named SNEAKO. And you know what? He's really been waking me up, saying some stuff that seriously resonates with me.
And I just want to bully this guy. Like, bring bullying back. Bullying is necessary.
No, it's
I
not.
couldn't agree more. SNEAKO is a thought leader who lives by trying to seek the truth, even though he can't explain what that truth is.
My motto for the stream is seek truth through funny. I want to be able to tell the truth. You don't talk about the issues that you don't question the powers that be, and you don't talk about the uncomfortable truths that are really happening. I've always said this on my stream. If they hide it, then it's the truth. If they have to delete it, then it's the truth.
He's made a career off of suckling off the success of Andrew Tate.
I want to
Amen.
be top G one day. I want to be there.
Tate is currently under investigation for human trafficking and has admitted to holding women's passports hostage. And SNEAKO's just like, it's normal. They should just ask for it back.
Hold on, did Tate, wait, I think did Tate actually say he took their passports? Yes, he did say that. Okay, so that's how they can't leave then. He actually takes the passports. And he probably lies and he says it's for tax reasons.
think you're glazing right now, bro.
They could have asked for it back. They kicked out many women. Destiny, do you not hear about the podcast? You have selective hearing. You don't hear about how many times these women were acting up and they kicked him out because they didn't know how to obey? Based.
What you just said sounds like sex trafficking, my dude. I don't know how you don't understand that.
That's what you deep down need to do, is be a submissive wife who
Oh
bleeds
my
once a month
God.
and cries at
Oh my fuck.
fat lying piece of shit. I would beat the out of you, your dumb mouth that I want to. That it's something. It's comedy. It's funny. And cracks and jokes and stuff like that.
This is gonna be a fun video. You see, SNEAKO isn't very good at building arguments, so let me point you to people who are good at building things. Like PCs. Meta PCs. Is your PC crusty and disgusting like mine? Is it blue screen?
Is her pussy.
SNEAKO's content and message largely. Where were we?
Here we go with
our
iDubbbz.
favorite soy boy SNEAKO.
Who is this cute little lesbian, and how tight is her pussy?
SNEAKO's content
Good night, Dubs.
and
That's
message
great.
largely revolves around destroying women. He loves watching these street interviews. It's what he bases his
Tight as
entire
pussy.
worldview off of.
Why are the women who say they won't settle okay with settling for living and dying alone with a dozen cats? They're egotistical, and they don't want to ever admit that they need a man or that maybe they failed in the dating game.
He'll occasionally do street interviews himself to try and prove that women can't think logically.
Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
Oh shit. This is gonna sound so like privileged white girl of me, but I'm not that into politics, so I don't have much say on that. Neither, middle, I don't know.
What do you say neither? So should women vote?
Yeah. Yes, 100%.
He thinks that's an oath. He thinks that since these girls don't personally vote, then no woman should vote.
They are so goddamn delusional, and we still put up with it. They'll never learn. They won't. They don't have to.
SNEAKO will take random moments of some girl getting stopped in the street and ask a basic-ass question like, hey, is everyone special? And she'll say yes. SNEAKO will then freak out.
Special.
Everybody's special. You're special, you're all.
Oh my god! Every single time.
Believe in yourself, believe that you can do anything you want to do.
You can't just make up a reality in her head. She can, because she's a woman. Men can't just make it up. I'm a king. No, you.
I mean, you can.
Asshole, pussy. That's what happens. Modern female delusion. Every single time with the delusion.
Who is this guy kidding? If anyone was stopped randomly and asked these sort of contradicting questions, they would get caught up in it. As SNEAKO himself.
I would argue that our society.
Alrighty, have a good night, Nukami.
It is. Women have the most rights ever right now, and they still act like they're oppressed. They have more rights today than they've ever had.
But so do black people. So do you think black people shouldn't try to fight for more?
Ooh, that was a good question. But racism is not natural. Patriarchy is natural. That's biology. Racism is based in just hatred.
Yeah, SNEAKO.
Oh my
film school
fuck.
dropout is going to tell us how biology is related to human rights.
Yo, is this person retarded?
Yes. SNEAKO is someone who will often project while reacting to videos. He's usually just describing himself.
Damn, she's dumb. This is when a girl only knows how to disagree. She got triggered by a question, and I know women. All she's gonna do is look to disagree now. As soon as you trigger them, they stop making sense. They just need to fight you.
This is SNEAKO. He argues points that make zero sense just because he's too proud to admit he's wrong in a debate. I've seen this guy argue that seatbelts make vehicles more unsafe.
Seatbelts do too. Do you wear a seatbelt when you drive, or do you not give a fuck with it?
I have this thing where you can put a seatbelt thing you could buy on Amazon. This is advice for the chat. You can get a seatbelt thing on Amazon that clicks in and then it gets rid of the beeping sound.
Okay, so you don't wear seatbelts either. Do you think seatbelts make you safer when you drive?
There's some circumstances where a seatbelt actually restricts you and traps you inside the car. You can see accidents.
There are some circumstances where somebody could
collision.
Yeah.
You can imagine interrupting and
Yeah. There are circumstances where.
Hold on. Destiny, let it finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can get into a collision, and if you have a seatbelt on, then you can get trapped in the car, and the car can catch on fire. But sometimes, if you're not wearing a seatbelt, there's instances where people have literally flown out the windshield because they weren't wearing a seatbelt and they survived. But a seatbelt can trap you in there.
What do you think is more common? Do you understand statistics or probability?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's more common.
He knows he's wrong. He just won't man up and admit it. He's so stupid, he thinks Hitler isn't a Nazi. Hitler!
What?
That Hitler, Kanye was joking when he said that he liked Hitler, though.
No, he's being truthful. saying something provocative on purpose, the overall idea. See, people say like, "Oh, look, he's a Nazi." No, he's not. He's black. Yeah, he's not a Nazi. That's the point.
Yeah, but you said he can't be a Nazi because he's black.
Okay, but he's not a Nazi.
Okay, but not because he's black. Just for other reasons.
Well, you also can't be a true Nazi. You have to be blonde hair, blue eyed. Even Hitler wasn't a true Nazi.
Or like a neo-Nazi, I suppose.
Yeah.
I feel like if that's how you're defining Nazi becomes a useless statement because if we can't even call the leader of the Nazi movement a Nazi, then
By his own definition, he couldn't be. He wasn't part of the master race. So.
Yeah, then nobody's a Nazi. So it doesn't seem like that's a good definition of Nazi.
Owned by a woman?
Amen. Owned by a woman.
Sneako is so stupid, he doesn't even know the difference between an Aryan and a Nazi. Sneako is so stubborn, he won't even admit the leader of the Nazi party was a Nazi.
As soon as you trigger him,
My chat. Fuck. Wait a minute.
No, definitely not. Not better than men, but we are better than men.
Imagine if I said
There
that
we
shit.
go.
If I said,
I didn't
"No,
real-
men are better than women." And you go, why?
Shit.
Just because
I didn't realize that my
like as a gender, I'm just better.
Yeah.
He does do that all the time. Literally in the same video, he does that.
If I said that, I would have a million reasons as to why men are better than women. Like more physically capable, smarter, faster, more capable of leading.
You gotta
all
feel
right.
bad for this chick.
I
You
wouldn't
just see the
necessarily
smile
say
all over
we're
her face.
smarter than women.
Just like built better. We don't have extra body fat. We don't get pregnant for 9 months and get all emotional once a month. There's just I can come in with reasons.
And she never came out and stream again. I wonder why he's single.
He doesn't know how to submit. Feminism has brainwashed these girls into thinking that they need to be all woke and shit like that. What you really want is a good man to fuck. Yeah, come here. Shut the fuck up with your feminism. Shut up, Chad. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's what you need. You need that. The women are already pretty much run by the state. Women are easier to manipulate. Men are more capable of independent thought. It is what it is. I know that might sound misogynistic. Men are the philosophers. Men are the thought leaders. Stop believing in this feminist garbage. We're not equal. You're weaker than me. You're hormonal.
Sneako, you probably couldn't even fucking fight a bear.
You're supposed
No
to
one can
have
fight a bear,
children.
but fuck.
You don't want to.
What is happening? He sounds like some Al-Qaeda politician. Women, no driving, no working, only meant for breeding.
That's what you deep down need to do, is be a submissive wife who bleeds once a month and cries at movies. You are more emotional. You know why? Because women are weaker. Chad, me and you, we get in the cage. Who's winning in a fight? I'm just saying.
Me.
Yes, Sneako, you can beat up a woman. Really manly of you, dude. I present you the
I can't watch this shit no more. He's batshit fucking insane. Let's watch a funny little cat video and then we're done for the night. Holy shit. We're watching a funny cat video and we're going on. Alright, you guys. I know it's kind of a bullshit stream. I didn't really know how I was supposed to do that. This fucking stream. We learned that Sneako's a bitch, and that he makes no absolute fucking sense, and I can't keep fucking watching it because it's making my head fucking hurt. Like I said earlier in the stream, we're gonna do a 3 a.m. deep dive tomorrow. What's Realawsomeguy up to? I had to ban Realawsomeguy because he was being disrespectful. No, that's bullshit. All he did was call you out on your crap and you kept pulling. Unban him or there'll be consequences. You better unban him now. Oh my god! I didn't even realize that. Wait a minute. I gotta send a picture of that to fucking Realawsomeguy. Holy shit. Fucking. at fuck. Shit. Make sure you guys check out Realawsomeguy. He makes these sick ass animation videos. But I didn't even notice that he had mentioned me in the fucking thing. I didn't even realize that when I first watched that. I didn't even watch that. I'm gonna comment that. Just now realized. I spell realize. Realized. Fuck. I can't spell for shit. Spelling suggestion. Realized that I'm seen in the Discord chat. Lol. Keep up the good work, bro. Make sure I like my comment because I'm a narcissist piece of shit. I did not realize that now. That was funny. Realawsomeguy is great. Anyways, make sure you guys check out every channel we talked about. Turkey Tom. What was the other guy? Willymacshow. Sorry I didn't watch all of Willymacshow video. I couldn't do it anymore. It was just killing fucking brain cells. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. This is the one only Snail Games 223. Make sure you guys check out everybody's channels. Make sure the links to everything we saw today will be in the description. Anyways, guys, this is the one only Snail Games 223, and I'll see you. One only Snail Games 223, and I'll see you guys in the next.